The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. You're making it. It's so close to the weekend right now. You can feel it. 312-591-8300. That's how you call and check in with us for the next 4 hours. And boy, do you want to. Because we're going to launch Ticket Blitz Thursday at 8 with Måneskin tickets for that show coming up a week from tomorrow. And then at 9, world premiere music from Blink-182. Oh, geez, it's going to be great. It's amazing. One more time in celebration of the album that'll come out in about a month of the same name. And really cool stuff, what they put out there about getting a little deeper into the band and what's caused them to get to this point. You know, you go away for 10 years, and Tom DeLonge goes off and does his thing, and Travis goes off and does his thing, and, you know, they bring in even, Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio. There's such a drama, Chicago-related with Blink-182. And to get them back full on, and, of course, the shows at the United Center sold out, and now we're getting new music. So that's at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yeah, new music, world premiere music. Can't get it anywhere right now. Nowhere else but here on Q101.
I just feel like that's the announcement in Elf when he talks about when Santa's coming. And Will Ferrell just loses it.
It's Santa!
9 a.m.
That's it. 9 a.m. We got that. Plus, with Clash with Kenzie, Neon Trees tickets, House of Blues. That'll be at 7:10. Take on Kenzie in a trivia contest. So we got a lot for you today. All kinds of stuff.
Lots going on.
A lot of crap's going on.
It is like Christmas.
There was a lot going on the north side with the Bears.
Oh, my God.
And we'll talk about that in sports in about an hour or two. We'll get into all that stuff. That's, I was talking to Case a little bit a couple hours ago where the Bears are approaching, and Chicago in general with sports is approaching this critical mass of suck where all the teams are going to be are not just bad or disappointing. I know the Cubs are on this run and they could make it to the playoffs, but just last night's game, come on. And it's getting to a point where it's like, I don't know if it was laughable, but at a point of no return of coming back from the bad. There's teams that stay in bad forever, and I know the Bears kind of feel like they have been, but still they've...
Right, like when, out of curiosity,
yeah,
do you get hit with like curse theories? And,
yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Bears are entering that territory of when's someone going to be like, it's all because they let Ditka go and we can't reverse it. And you know what I mean? Like that Red Soxy, cursy thing.
And like a goat, like with the Cubs. The goat.
The curse of the great Bambino.
Yeah, all these things. It's becoming that. It's terrifying as a sports fan of Chicago sports that we could become irrelevant. And I know people might think we already are in some of the franchises, but we're not. But we're getting there, and that's terrifying.
I think, and I know I'm a fan of this team, but I'm also a fan of the Bears and the Bulls and everything.
Sure.
I think the least removed from that is the Cubs because they did have a World Series in 2016.
Yeah, it's most recent.
They're eligible for playoffs right now. Like, it's tight, but like we're getting, we're in that. So it's like most recent, but you're right where it's just like, how do we have more teams than most cities? We have two baseball teams.
Yeah. I'm really...
It's unbelievable. Basketball, football, and hockey, and we're just like...
Yeah. Blackhawks are not going to be good this year. They've got this great player that's going to be fun to watch, but they're not going to be good. And I know Brian brings bad news already to start off the show. What I'm thinking of doing is just watching the Hallmark movies the rest of the season.
They are so good.
Megan went to go do something in the house yesterday, my wife, and she loves Hallmark movies. And she came back, and I had a Hallmark movie on. She goes, do you have a Hallmark? I go, you know what? I want to live in the little mountain town they all end up in.
I know. And that's the thing. They all come back, and it's their high school sweetheart who's still a farmer, and they decide to escape from life. And it's just simple.
Yeah,
and it always ends happy.
There's a little drama, but it's always light drama. And
it's always workable.
There's a little sex, but it's light sex. You don't know, not too graphic.
Very soft.
Yeah, very soft and
lens.
Cuddly sex.
Yeah.
And they end up happy in this town that just feels so like a comfort blanket.
And I always feel like I could leave it all. I could leave it all. My high school sweetheart is a horrible person, so I wouldn't want to bump into him in a small town or anywhere.
Yeah.
Not in a box with a fox or a house with a mouse. I wouldn't want that.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and coming up in a fact that makes your brain go, you don't got to pay any bills anymore. Let me say that again. You don't have to pay any bills anymore. Anything's in your mailbox right now, anything's coming up on your email, on your phone, whatever. Don't pay any of them. I'm going to tell you why coming up at 6:30.
This better be good.
It's really good.
Okay.
You don't have to pay them. Stop paying your bills. If you're in the middle right now starting to pay one, stop until you hear at 6:30 why you don't have to pay it. And it's coming up.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain just go. You don't have to pay bills anymore. Starting today, right now, 6:31, you do not have to pay your bills anymore. And here's why.
You're going to disappoint me. I just know it. What is your weird little catch? What is it?
There's always a catch, but here's the thing. This week, the national debt of the United States hit a record number of $33 trillion. The government is $33 trillion in debt, the national debt.
Yep.
This is,
They
of
be
course,
buying like missiles and stuff. It's expensive.
I think so. I mean,
You don't get a 2-for-1. They don't like go on sale on Black Friday.
they don't wait for Black Friday to buy missiles.
Yeah, a new tank on Black Friday.
So this is the money owed by the federal government to Treasury securities holders. And it goes in this, I could go in a long thing about it, but basically that's the debt. Now, I don't know how much debt y'all have out there. You have a little debt here on a credit card. You have bills to pay. Why pay it if our government can't figure it out? And that is an incredible number. That's a record high, $33 trillion.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Did you come up with like this fact about paying bills last night because you found out about the debt? Is this your own fact?
Well, it's a fact that the government hit $33 trillion in debt.
Yes, but is the paying bills thing, was that like reported, was that like Tucker Carlson was like, hey, don't pay your bills? Or was that just your take after reading this?
This was my take after analyzing the data. As the government being that in debt, they're never going to pay it off. I actually did a little research that the last time, only once in U.S. history, has the debt been paid off, and that was January 8th, 1835, when President Andrew Jackson paid off the entire national debt.
What was it, like $12?
Probably was something like $12. Yeah, something like that.
And a goat.
Yeah, he paid it off and it's done. So if they're not worried about balancing their bills, them being our government, why should I? Why should I pay a bill? Why should I pay ComEd today?
Here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to take your own advice.
Okay.
And then
Lead by example.
when you get like arrested, I want to hear this in court.
You think I'd really be arrested for not paying bills?
Yeah, it's a form of stealing.
Well, it's not stealing. It's just eventually I'd get.
It's not stealing, like to not pay somebody rent.
I don't own a house, so they can't foreclose on me. I can get evicted from the apartment.
Get evicted.
Me and Harper on the street.
And Megan, you have a wife.
Yeah, well, she'll probably get the car and just drive away because they'll try to boot the car. The Nissan Rogue is not paid off. So she'll take the car and just drive away. She'll probably put Harper in the car.
You need a car endorsement.
Yeah.
And an apartment endorsement.
An everything endorsement. A life endorsement.
Right?
So, listen, I'm just saying, how can they sit in our face and preach at us when they're $33 trillion in debt?
See, this is what I do every year because I get so upset because when you own your own business, you have to pay something called estimated taxes. Have you heard of this?
I have. I've done it.
It's the worst. They're guessing essentially that you're going to make a lot of money, even if you currently haven't, and you pay taxes off money that you haven't even made yet. It's horrible throughout the year. So we're in the middle of doing that, and I'm like, well, still haven't made any money this month, but sure, here's several $1,000s.
And then they say at the end of that, and everybody has a small business, you understand this stuff. We'll balance out later. Well,
no, does it?
It doesn't.
I got like $200 last year. I'm like, I paid you a significant amount more than
several grand, then you get a couple $100 back. Yeah, all that. So
no, it's horrible. But I do this with taxes because think about how crazy taxes are, Brian. Look at me. Make eye contact with me because you don't focus when I talk.
Sorry, I'm listening.
Okay. So when you're paying taxes, your money that you get is already taxed, right? Like, and then you pay more taxes back, and then every time you buy something, it's taxed.
Yes.
Right? And then every time they use the money that you gave them, which has now been taxed 3 times,
right?
And they use to go spend it, it gets taxed. It is insane how much money. Because I've always been like, because I'm one of these people. I'm like, well, have the government leave us alone.
Yeah,
You know,
right?
I'm one of those. I don't really like them super in my business.
We're on the same page.
Right? I'm
Yeah.
like, you stay over there, do your thing.
Yeah.
I just feel like if we pay taxes on our paycheck, then there shouldn't be taxes for other things. Or no taxes on the paycheck.
Yeah.
And then everything's like taxed. But it is wild.
There's some states that do something, at least to alleviate a little bit. Like, I know Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville's not a state. Nashville's a city. Tennessee has no income tax. My mom lives down there, my brother. You go down there, you go out and buy something, and it's like, whoa, it's only $8? In Chicago, that'd be $18. You know, everything is so much. It's not super cheap.
Minnesota at least was like that, where there wasn't a shopping tax. So when you went to a store and you bought a pair of jeans, it was the price on the price. So it was $24.99.
There's no sales tax in Minnesota?
There wasn't I think on certain things like clothing, like merchandise.
Oh.
There may have been on like cars or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I had friends in Canada who would load up when they visited. They'd shop tons because think about if you do a shopping spree, all those like a couple more dollars on every single item.
Sure.
It's crazy.
For my wedding was in Philadelphia, and Delaware, which is right below Pennsylvania, doesn't have, I believe, a sales tax or an income tax. So we got in my brother-in-law's car to buy the booze for the BYO, which was what's the night before dinner called? Rehearsal dinner?
Night before dinner?
The night
night
before the wedding dinner.
Just all.
The night before wedding dinner, the rehearsal dinner. So I had to buy all the booze. And so we're driving an hour to Delaware to get this booze. And we went down there and I bought about $400 or $500 worth of booze that would have cost $1,000 or more if I did it anywhere else.
Totally, because that it racks up.
Yeah.
I remember buying a soda at an Amazon Go in Chicago, and I got a bubbly drink tax. It was like 99 cents. And I'm like, can you take the bubbles out? Or, I didn't see an option.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Remember, 9 a.m. this morning, we have world premiere music from Blink 182. That is huge. And at 8, we'll start off Ticket Blitz Thursday. Måneskin tickets for a week from Friday at the Allstate Arena. We'll have that at 8 a.m. and at 9:20. So put all those numbers in your phone, or we'll just tell you. We'll keep reminding you. Just stay here. You'll be fine. Because Kenzie got some amazing news yesterday, actually. We talked about this last week.
OMG.
Of stores that close and you wish they came back. Like Case loved H.H. Gregg. The electronics store, gone for good.
I still don't think that's a good name for an electronics
Well,
store.
they're not around, so rest in peace. Pour one out for them. And Kenzie was going baby shopping, so she was looking for Bye Bye Baby. Actually drove all the way from Elgin to Crystal Lake. She thought there was one rogue store still open by pirates. Turns out that was closed. But you got some kind of special message now about the Bye Bye Baby is coming back?
OMG.
Uh-huh.
You just don't even understand. I feel like this is the power of manifestation working. I've tried to manifest a lot of things in my life. It hasn't worked, but maybe I got Bye Bye Baby back.
Oh, really? For everybody, just not just for yourself?
Yes. So yesterday, my friend, who's my neighbor, shout out Melissa, sent me a screenshot because she has 2 beautiful daughters, right? And so she used to go to Bye Bye Baby a lot. So she gets the emails. Bye Bye Baby sent out an email yesterday. It's huge. Look at this thing. Look at this big screen.
It's nice fonts, nice
Beautiful.
colors.
Join us on a new adventure coming fall 2023 in store and online at byeByeBaby.com.
Oh, well, that's all the details they're getting.
That is it. I am so hyped. You don't understand.
But there's not enough information there. It's a little scary.
This is my Riot Fest.
It's like, I'm surprised they didn't have a pop-up at Riot Fest.
Oh my
over
God.
by the funnel cakes.
I am so hyped right now that I feel like, I feel like a band got back together or something, whatever Case would get all excited about. I'm so excited.
Case, that's all you get excited about is when bands get back together, apparently.
I've been on a high ever since Blur got back together. I completely understand what Kenzie's talking about.
Okay, she's on brand there with you then. Thanks, Case. But here's the thing. I'm not trying to bring bad news here. It just seems a little...
But yes.
It seems a little shady because they were owned by Bed Bath & Beyond, and they went under, bankrupt, and so they went under. They all closed. I know this, too, because I have a 10-month-old and used to go there. But now, what does that mean? Are they popping up in the Cubby Bear? Like, what are they going to do with a store? They're going to actually build stores again or go back in their old locations?
Well, here's the thing. It's stayed online. It's been online this whole time. So I know that they went bankrupt, but the brand stayed around, which was smart because, brand names are worth something,
Sure.
right? And so I'm wondering, it could have gotten new ownership. Sometimes you can get bailed out of that bankruptcy. Okay, maybe
right.
that happened.
Sure.
Maybe they have to slightly change the logo and then they can just say it's a new company. I don't know.
What if it's just Bye Baby?
There
it
you
comes
go.
back, it's just Bye.
I don't care what it's called. I just want to be able to go.
Or Peace Out Baby.
Yeah, there you go. It's a version of it. Adios, baby.
Well, it's very exciting. And we'll look forward to this.
What are the odds?
It is. You've said it on the
Just
radio.
had this whole conversation, this email comes in yesterday. That is nuts.
The power of this show. You say something on this show, you as a listener get on the air.
It's true. The owner of Bye Baby, huge Q101 person.
Oh, big time.
Big time.
Big time. Peace out, baby. Look forward to return soon in your neighborhood.
Adios, baby.
It's Q101. A lot going on in Chicago sports yesterday. If you didn't pay attention, we'll recap all of it at 7 o'clock. We'll have Gil coming up with your headlines as well in a few minutes. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, coming up in sports, we have a ton of stuff to get into. What happened yesterday with the Bears kind of bottoming out at this point. It's time to sell the team, I think, overall with what's going on. But a lot of false information that went around the city, too. That was, I'm sure you heard it somewhere around your workplace or if you were at the bar. But we'll get it all straight for you with all the information, plus Justin Fields as well. Just so much going on. And Kenzie just talked about getting a email or neighbor showing that Bye Bye Baby's returning, which is a big deal, into hard stores. No, not necessarily. It's kind of mysterious what they said.
Well, it's said in store and online, so.
Yeah, but I don't know what that means. Maybe they're going to go into, like, I was going to say Sears, but they're gone. What would they go into, Macy's?
That would be quite the rollout. It's like, oh my God, Sears is back too.
We're bringing Sears and Bye Bye Baby back.
Everyone's coming in.
That's great.
Everyone's getting back together.
Come on in.
The gang's all here.
Let's go. Let's go. Every store that failed,
I mean,
eventually.
I would love that. I don't care if Bye Bye Baby was like part of Macy's or something. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's what's probably going to happen, but I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't know.
Let's go. Let's go.
Gil, what's got with headline?
This is not headline news. Twitter, now called X, may charge users. Elon Musk said the idea to charge was when he asked himself, what can I possibly do to alienate and lose even more users? The new iPhone has a feature that automatically blurs nudity in text messages. One glitch, it keeps blurring pictures of Owen Wilson's nose. Radio Shack may mount a comeback. It'll be in the same locations, but with a new name, Halloween Superstore. Chris Evans may retire from acting. He says it's exhausting to stand in front of a green screen all day holding a shield. And it's official. Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. It's a great preview to who her next album will hate. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.